difference is, at Spirit we want to know your name. You're not just a customer number on a catalog when you call. We don't want to just sell you parts that you figure it out. We want to help you complete your car. We want you to be excited and have a positive experience, whether it be you buy a turnkey from us and just have fun driving, or you buy a kit where you assemble it yourself. We want to be part of that process and be a friend when it's all done. Now, I got me a burger. We're building a fat burger car. I got me a generic burger. We just went in, there was a bunch of them made up, and we grabbed one. I haven't had my first fat burger yet. I'm looking forward to going to that store in San Clemente. And I might make it there when this car is given away. I think it's going to be given away at Memorial Day. So right now we're going to get back to painting the frame. I think I've got it sanded by now, but we'll see. Okay, we've got it prepped. I chose to wet sand it with 600. Now really the difference between a professional and an amateur is a professional gets paid. I've seen some really nice paint jobs come out of garages at home, or even not painted in the driveway. Kind of the key to making money at it though is knowing the shortcuts. And a shortcut isn't cutting a necessary process, it's just getting something done quicker. And why I did 600 wet sand, there's a lot of curves here. The wet sandpaper is flexible and I was able to get in everything. I've got it looking pretty good. Some of these black areas you see here, that's just a DP sealer. It's a DP90 on there. The key to a good paint job that's going to last for a long time, a lifetime really, is the preparation before the paint. We've got the bare metal, we've got an etching primer that's sticking on that bare metal. We've got a primer on top of that it's an activated primer, a surfacer that we can sand the scratches out of. Now this is looking good and it's a solid color, so I'm not going to use a sealer. If it was say a light silver or a light blue metallic, something like that, I would want to put a sealer on here that would have this all one color so that I wouldn't see the differences. When I put my base coat on, I would have a good even covering of that silver or that blue. But in a red base coat, solid color, this would be fine. So now it's time to just start painting. Depending on the product you use and even in your technique, there's going to be different rules for different materials. So there's no one standard size fits all. There is a 70-degree rule. Most of the paints are based on 70 degrees. So if they give you a dry time, that's based on 70 degrees. When I put this base on here, there's going to be a flash time before I should put the next one on. And what that flash time does is it allows the solvents to evaporate out of the pigments and everything, so that we don't want the solvents in there. The solvent is only there for the purpose of getting the pigment onto the material, onto the frame here. So if it's 60 degrees, for every 10-degree difference, if you're going colder, it will take twice as long to dry. Now if it's 80 degrees, it will take half the time to dry. And if it's 90 degrees, even more. And again, the different paint materials have different reducers to compensate for that. So temperature is a big difference. Today we're, I'm on the cool side, but I'm in the painting range. You cannot paint if it's under 55 degrees. That's just, the materials just don't work. And different manufacturers will tell you little different things there. A lot of it is just experience. What makes a good painter is figuring out your problems quickly and dealing with it chemically sometimes. A good paint gun is very important. Without a good paint gun, you just can't lay out a good paint job. So preparation, know your materials, know the flash times, know what your base is going to be and where you want to go and how to finish it with a good clear. And then the materials are really easy to use nowadays. It's not like they were just several years ago. Even the home guy can get a good paint job. So ask the person that you're buying materials from if you have any questions, and they should be able to help you. And if they won't, find a paint store that does help you and answer questions. And don't be afraid of it. We're getting ready to paint this one. I'm going to paint it red, then we're going to clear it, and then we're going to go ahead and wet sand it and buff it. You got a lot A lot of freedom. You can sand any dust you may get out of it. If you get some dust in your paint job, you can sand that out in the clear. So it's time to put paint on here and then move on to the next part of the project, which is assembling it and see a real car. Well, proper ventilation is a good thing. I'm going to wear a mask when I do this. We're just going to paint it now, and the next time you see this frame, we're going to be putting parts on it.